Islanders, Dreadnought Ryan here, and it's time for another Island of Misfit Toys figure review. And today I am going to look at this bad mamma jamma right here. This is the retro carded version of Snake Eyes. It is an exclusive found at, yeah, I'm not going to mention that store's name. And the packaging, yeah, I'm not going to get into that either. I think we all know the pain points we've had with these particular figures from exclusives from stores, so I'm just going to kind of skip over that and just kind of focus more on what I'm starting to figure out is an addiction I may have for a particular figure, and that's Snake Eyes. Hasbro team has been great about giving us a number of different versions of Snake Eyes, and again, I don't have my 00 sitting here. I have that high up on my shelf still put away. And then also we have Cafe Latte Snake Eyes, which is still coming out, and I have to admit that I have that one on order too. Now, with all of that said, though, this particular Snake Eyes is going to be the Snake Eyes that I will put front and center on my shelf, and I will probably give him a great loadout pack from our friends over at Gridiron, just to kind of give him all of the accessories and weapons that I want for him. I do absolutely adore the updated web gear. It matches to that OG-13 Snake Eyes, which has been a pain point for me for many years. And I'm going to cry to you, my fellow Islanders, with the simple fact that I was never actually able to get a hold of that OG Snake Eyes as a kid. I think we all ran into that, where you would run into the store, run back to the toy department, go through all of the pegs looking for that one figure that you wanted. And for me, it was Snake Eyes, and I could never find the OG Snake Eyes. No matter what store I went to, I would always strike out. I will say, though, however, I had some amazing friends who did have Snake Eyes, and when we played G.I. Joe, they would let me use him. It does have... with the OG Snake Eyes, you know, if you don't know, basically, when they did that original line of O-ring figures, they ran out of money for paint apps and tooling, so that's why Snake Eyes was all black. But he was a hit with kids. For me, it was always a reminder of the British SAS when they went and rescued hostages out of an embassy in London, and that's what always attracted me to this figure. It's the unknown commando who goes out there and makes sure that we are all safe. Again, though, with the web gear, there are some touches of some gray to go along with the black, so it does break up the all black of the figure. I also like the sculpting for the undershirt. It gives you kind of that operator-esque type of shirt you would see even today. He does have some pouches on his arms. Of course, this is standard articulation for G.I. Joe classified figures. You have, the neck articulation, which goes into the head. There is a dumbbell joint that goes into the head. So he doesn't have as much of the look up and down as you might see with some of the earlier figures, but he does get some great tilt. Butterflies, and the nice thing is, because he doesn't have all the gear on, he can get into some better poses. The legs, I believe, are used from Stalker, as well as the arms, so that's a great figure that we've seen already. He does come with the holster, where you can put his sidearm as well as the silencer that comes with it, and a knife sheath as well, if I can get this to focus. Let's try here. Get his hand out of the way. Same thing with the pistol. So just some nice added detail that you can see on the holster as well. Gives it a little bit of a more modern flair to it. I also like the fact that we don't have, like the guards on the boots, so these look like actually regular style military boots. I like the sculpting, how it's bloused up here. The knee pads are painted black as well, and a little bit of a different shade from the pants. For accessories, again, this being a retro card, they do come with these great little figure stands. I hope that we do see more of these included with the G.I. Joe figures. Hopefully Hasbro will run a whole bunch of them and just stuff them in with the figures, because they do work great. A nice throwback to the OG Snake Eyes is this demo pack. Again, it has some great sculpting on it. The charges, it does fit over the figure great. It does sit better than what I would have expected because of the web gear and everything, as you can see. But it does get out of the way. And you can use this for one of the other accessories that we will be talking about here soon. He does come with his Uzi-esque weapon, which this did, I want to say, came with the 00, and maybe a couple of the other Snake Eyes figures that we've seen. Oops, just dropped that. He also comes with the machine pistol. I believe this is the one that came with Stalker. Had some great detail on that, if I can get the focus for you. Does have the extended clip to it. The silencer also looks to be the one that came with Stalker as well, too. So that's just kind of a nice change as well. And you can, I believe, use it on both weapons. He also comes with a knife, which we've seen this particular knife used on a number of different figures. So just, it's a nice knife. Yeah, kids, be careful with hammers. But probably the coolest accessory that I've seen so far, and the one that I know my carpet monster is going to eat the quickest, is these little grenades. They are something that you can just actually kind of do this on camera. Clip onto the belt. I think personally I'm going to end up gluing these maybe. I don't know if they're a flashbang or a smoke grenade or whatever. Maybe a frag. I don't think they're a frag though. But overall, you can put both of them on there. The handles on them, you can put them in the figure's hands. They are a softer plastic though, so they can stretch out if you do put them in the figure's hand. And you can see as I'm trying to do this on camera, this one just doesn't want to cooperate, so we're going to skip over it. But overall for this figure, if I'm rating him out of 5, I'm going to give him like 4.80% out of 5. Yeah, it's not perfect. He was an exclusive figure, which I think takes away a little bit from it. Also, I would have loved to seen him as the general release type Snake Eyes right after the first Snake Eyes came out, because I think for us old fogey Joe fans, getting this one and then maybe version 2 would have been awesome. But as you can see, I do have, all of the Snake Eyes. I do have the 00. I just have that up on my shelf right now. And I did also order Cafe Olay Snake Eyes when he comes out as well, too. My camera's not wanting to cooperate right now. But, I mean, I even have, the Snake Eyes we do not mention, and I actually like that figure as well, too. I have him back here decked out with some Storm Shadow gear that I have after I swapped him out. But overall, I have to say this was my Snake Eyes. The Commando that came with the Great Timber was my Snake Eyes for till the new one came out. But I will keep both of them on my shelf. I'm going to order up a loadout pack for my new retro Snake Eyes, kind of what we have here for my the vintage Snake Eyes. Comes with some great accessories and stuff, so I will order that up for him as well too. So I hope everyone is having a great time. If you guys did get this figure, let me know what you think about it. Again, let's try not to swear and use the W word. I know the pain points for all of us as well. I also want to apologize for the change in my review space here. I'm actually doing this on my desk. I am doing some Dio stuff, and my normal review space is kind of dirty. So, but, we'll have some cool videos coming out for you guys to show you some of the stuff that I'm working on. I picked up some 3D printed items from some amazing makers. I'll share those. Their information when I put those videos out as well too. So more stuff to come from the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors. And a big shout out to my buddy Ken over at Toy Connections. He kind of made me think today, I think I may have a problem with Snake Eyes. Yeah, I have way too many of them, but I do like the figure. I do like the character as well, so I will keep buying them as long as they keep putting them out. But you guys have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you all soon, wherever you're at on the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors. Well, I hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, lunch, whatever it is, and I'll talk to you all soon. Yo, Joe.